Lou, we're out for fight number 3, back in the Winter Gardens. You're boxing home, mate. But what I wanted to talk, because we've not got an opponent. We've not got an opponent yet. It's hard to find you heavyweights opponents. But I'm sure they will do, because we've got plenty of time. We've got 2 weeks on Saturday.
Yeah. We'll get it done.
Yeah. But last time you got to repeat your debut.
Yeah, I did.
And I think you were a little bit disappointed at the fact that you weren't getting a new opponent. But I said to you, like, this is your opportunity to do what your coach wanted you to do in the first fight.
Naturally, you're gonna be a bit annoyed, especially if you don't normally get the repeats until like do you know what I mean? Fight for like titles.
I think it was perfect though for you.
But it was, because I feel like my first was possibly a bit underwhelming, but I thought it was a good way of seeing like where I'm coming out and improve since the first fight. So to go out there, especially the second fight, and get him out of there. And I think he hadn't been stopped in a couple of years as well.
No, listen, the guys who do stop him are those guys that go into the next level. And you just put yourself in that bracket. With a fine performance, because that 4th round, you saw it just when you hurt him with a good shot,
left hook,
and you just didn't leave him alone, and you left the referee know.
Must have threw about 30 punches after it.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant, because that's what you need to do in this game.
Yeah, you need to be able to turn up, don't you?
Yeah.
There's again, like I say, obviously there's always ways to improve from each performance and that, but especially in that last round, and that I needed something like that, and I connected with the left hook straight away. I seen the legs going on, but obviously I need to get him out of there. There weren't as much composure as that, but got him out of there nonetheless.
But that's what I loved. I thought it was fantastic, because too many times young prospects let their opponents off the hook.
Of course they do, And I thought there's no way, I had in my head, there's no way on earth I'm letting him get out of this round. I thought he's going. As soon as hit him, you can feel it, can't you? It's solid, and the noise, I heard everything, and I thought he's out of there, mate. I thought I'm getting
and for you, probably a little bit harder than the rest of your stablemates. Just spoke to Brad Ray, who's obviously a lot more experienced than you, but they've been fighting regularly. You had a long break from your amateur days to turning pro. And so are we going to see a new you on December the 2nd, and more confident you now with 2 fights under your belt?
I feel like
in quick succession as well.
Yeah, of course. I feel like now I feel like the improvement in the gym is coming quick and everything, and like from fight to fight, I do feel like, especially because of being obsessed with something like this, and being in there non-stop, and do you know what I mean, and learning the things I do with abs. I feel like the improvement is like, it's always going to come, and I'm always going to add little things to my game and everything like that.
Every time I come down here, there's always a little masterclass going on in that back room. I was watching it today, and the problem with this gym is power seems to be a big issue, and he wants you to deliver it as best as you can. I was watching you when you deliver that power.
That's one thing as well, especially going back from obviously fighting in the heavyweights and stuff like that. There was a lot of like geezers about 125 kilo that weren't obviously to be trifled with, and I was about 93 kilos, and naturally I'm not going to be trying to knock us out. That was never really part of my game, but now being about 70 stone now, 108 kilo, must have put on a stone.
Do you feel comfortable like that?
Yeah, cozy, obviously putting it on, you can't rush it too much, can you? Do you know what I mean?
No, because then it'd be a hindrance. You've got to let it go naturally, haven't you?
Exactly. And you can eat it, but there's a way going about some real dirty bulk and that desserts, do you know what I mean? Like having this, that and the other, but I put it on like properly and that, and just all the time, and I feel like, especially the power, I feel like it's there, and I feel like I proved that in the last fight.
And not only have you got this power, but you've also got a little bit of flair. You are like a big version of your little stablemate, Levi Barnes. Some of the shots you throw.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. Not many moves like him. But
certainly not as a heavyweight anyway.
No, that's what I mean. That's one thing that I was always conscious of, pardon me. Putting the weight on, and I didn't want to lose that. I don't want to become stuck in the mud. You know what I mean? And it can be a bad habit, a lot of heavyweights, and that start taking shots and everything like that. I don't want to.
You still want to look like an athlete, don't you? As well?
Exactly. I don't want to be finishing my career looking like a bulldog chewing a wasp. You know what
I mean?
Maybe not too.
Maybe not that bad.
Maybe not that bad. No, but no, just going through the motions. You get a lot of heavyweights now and that. I don't know, but they're not necessarily athletic, are they? They're eating the custards and trifles, they're eating the croissants. You know what I mean? They're not living the athlete's life. But I feel like nowadays, especially like that.
I've watched it go really well today here. But who have you been moving around with? Because I presume it must be fairly hard.
Yeah,
to
it
get
has been
sparring.
hard. I moved a lad from Manchester out of alongside the other week. That was a decent sparring. I was actually sparring last week and this week down Liverpool, Darren Till. He's
yeah. How well did you find him then?
Well, good. He just man.
He's a big man, isn't he?
Yeah, mate. I thought he's welterweight UFC. Come in, mate. It's like same size as me. Obviously not as tall, but he's built him like he's a lump.
Well, not with that hair.
Yeah, nah, no way on earth.
You are now 6'7", yeah.
Yeah, by the time the fight, I lost another 4 inch. But no, he's good. Yeah, obviously southpaw, comes from the MMA background, so it's good to. Just thought it's not like working with things a bit different.
I was going to say it must work well here because you've got Levi, who's so unorthodox, which I presume it gets you used to some of the shots that perhaps he was trying to get off on.
Exactly, that's what I mean, and being in there with someone and getting around that is good. I think back there tomorrow, and possibly we might be there on Monday, but obviously that'll be like the last couple, and then just. Just the usual, just keeping the lungs open and that stuff like that.
And this is good because this is going to keep you on your toes because you don't know what you've got coming.
Exactly.
So you've got to prepare for the best.
I like that, yeah. But I feel like with the way it is and in the gym and with obviously the aura that we're all trying to go for at the minute, I feel like it don't matter who it is. I'm not going to look for it, but I'm confident that there'll be another stop.
Well, after watching you today, I think you might do. If you land one of those bombs, I think that's going to take anyone out, mate. Good luck for the second.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Hopefully, Louise, we're down there. She'll be chatting to you. Yeah. She'll be saying win number 3, mate.
Hopefully so.
Louise, you take care, mate.
See you.
Bye.
Nice.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.